Hey VC, welcome back. This is Hub Tunes. I am Mike, as always. Gonna do September vinyl finds. I'm a little late, I know. Um, yeah, just been really busy with work and everything, so lots going on. As you can see, I am doing the big shift. I've been working on this all day, and it's such a pain in the ass, but I need to open up space. For some stuff that's already been purchased. It's sitting on the floor right there. So yeah, I'm doing the big shift. I think I'm opening up about 4 cubes. So that should give me space for at least 6 months. And then I got to make some big decisions. I don't know what I'm gonna do because I'm out of room in here. This is it's not gonna happen much longer in this room. So we gotta figure out. I gotta either do some purging, which I hate doing, because every time I purge something, I always end up looking for it. So um, I just need to reconfigure the room a little bit, and it should be fine. I can squeeze more in here. I'm convinced of it. So what did I buy in September? Got a nice little chunk of stuff. First, everybody's been showing this. I'm not going to go into deep detail. I love this artwork. That looks great. Pink Floyd, Animals. I was thinking this might be one of an album that I've listened to literally thousands and thousands of times. I probably listened to this album more than any record around. When I was a kid, I loved this. This was my favorite Pink Floyd when I was a kid. It's still one of my favorites. I really enjoy it. This is the 2018 mix. I'm sure everyone knows about this. I'm not going to go into deep detail. I got very lucky apparently because all I heard was bitching about it. Mine's clean, mine's flat, mine sounds great. I really like this mix. I really do. I think it sounds wonderful. It might be my go-to mix from the. I'm not a big fan of. I'm usually not a big fan of like these remixes and stuff, like the Beatles stuff. I listened to it once and I never listened to it again. I always go back to the originals, but this one might be my go-to from now on. I really think it might. Love it. Sounds terrific. And what a steal. What was it, like 20? I think it was like $24 for this. It's great. Next up, I pre-ordered this. This is the anniversary issue of my favorite Calexico record. This is Garden Ruin. It is an anniversary of some sort. 20 years. It's on white vinyl. Beautiful custom labels. I love Calexico. This is probably, they have a very Spanish tinge to them. This album, not as much as others. When this album came out, I bet I saw them live. I probably saw them live 10 times in the year before this and the year after this. They also did an album with Iron and Wine. I think it was right before this, or right at the same time. It was an EP, which was fantastic. I saw them live with Iron and Wine a couple of times. This is a terrific, folky, country-tinged record by Calexico. This is a really cool find. This is one of my favorite finds of the year, actually, and this is why I shop in my local shop. If I did everything online, didn't go, to my local guy, I would never have found anything like this. But he had this reissue. This is called Middle Eastern Rock with John Barbarian and the Rock East Ensemble. This is great. It's a reissue. It just came out a couple of weeks ago. It's on colored vinyl. Everyone loves the colored vinyl. This is really, really cool. This is psychedelic Middle Eastern rock. Most of it's instrumental. There's a couple songs I believe that have lyrics, but man, this is a fun listen. If you like garagey Middle Eastern rock, this is up your alley. I highly recommend this. Absolutely wonderful. Next up, Viagra Boys. Great artwork. What great artwork this album has. This is a really cool record. It's fun. It's funky. It's they kind of remind me a little bit of Eels. There's a little bit of Eels in there. I love this band. This is definitely my favorite of their stuff. It's called, what is it? Cold Cave World. I was close. But Viagra Boys, this is a fun, funky, fun record. Punky, it's punk, it's danceable. It's really cool. I'm really enjoying it. Going to be definitely in my top 10 of the year. Okay, this is a band that and I'm still listening to this record. I don't know. This is a band called Editors. Love the artwork. They are a dark, kind of like a dark dance band. Dance band doesn't sound right. Kind of like Depeche Mode, a little post punk. Um, Really cool band. I love their album Violence. It's probably one of my favorite records of theirs. Really cool. This is new. It just came out last week. I'm still getting used to it. I'm not super sold on it. It again is on Orange. Um, I'm like I said, it just came out on Friday. I'm still thinking about it. I don't know. I need a few more listens with it. Yeah, it's pretty cool, but I don't know. It's not my favorite of their records. This Richard from Calvin Wazoo and I were supposed to go see Car Seat Headrest last month at a little festival up in Evanston, Illinois, and it got canceled because the lead singer had COVID. But in the meantime, I actually, right before the show, I bought this album. This is Teens of Denial. I love this record. This is great. Really, really cool record. Definitely my favorite of theirs. Really, really cool. They've been around a while now. I think they've been around probably 10 or 15 years. I always think of them as a new band, but no, they've been around a while. It's kind of folky rock, little alternative. Um, excuse me. Really, really cool record. Definitely my favorite of theirs. I am fighting a cold, so. I went to buy. I went to buy this record, and this is Step by Step, Charles Stepney. It's an international anthem. You guys, if you watch my videos, you know how much I love this record label. Charles Stepney was a producer, writer, arranger, musician. He worked a lot with Earth, Wind, and Fire was probably a big one that he worked with. He worked with a lot of people. When I looked at his resume, I was like, wow, and he's a Chicago native. And he passed away, and his daughters have found a lot of tapes and a lot of demos and stuff that he had just laying around, and they worked with International Anthem to put this collection together. And it's really good. It's a two-set compilation. There's a documentary that's going to be coming about Charles Stepney. He is a really, really interesting character and really talented. Like I said, the list, you Google him and the people he wrote and produced for and played with, unbelievable. So I picked this up. I had it on order. I really like it. It's very 70s funk. It has a demo feel to it, very lo-fi. It's him at the piano, electric piano, a lot of it. No vocals. Most everything is all instrumental. Really, really soulful and funky at times. It's very, very good. So I had this on order, and I went to pick it up. And the guy at the record store, he talked me into this. This is a music on vinyl release, and it is Terry Collier. What Color Is Love? And Charles Stepney wrote, produced, and really did a ton of work with Terry Collier. Gorgeous, gorgeous album cover. What a wonderful photo. This is folk soul. It is interesting. It is. At first I didn't like it, and I was gonna sell it to my local record shop, and he said, "Are you sure you want to sell this?" Because rumor has it this is out of print. And I actually said, okay, you know what, I'll give it another try. I gave it a few more tries, especially on a Sunday morning. This is a Sunday morning record. I think I was listening to it the wrong time of the day. Excuse me. But this is a really, really beautiful, beautiful record. Like I said, soul folk, folky soul. It is a really, really good record. This is a music on vinyl, so definitely digital, but it sounds really good. I'm really enjoying it. Glad I kept it. Next up is a Grail. The original would be a Grail. This has been on my Grail list. I don't have much of a Grail list, but this has been on it for a while, and originals of this go for well over $100, and it finally got a reissue. And this is Alley Cat by Nucleus. This is jazz, fusion, funk, rock. It's space jazz. It is everything all in one, and it is absolutely fantastic. I don't know the sourcing on it. I really don't care. It is just terrific. If you guys like jazz rock, you have to listen to this album. It is a absolute stone cold masterpiece. It is funky and fun. I absolutely love it. I think it came out in 1975. Wonderful, wonderful record. Anyone who likes jazz rock and funk. Oh God, this thing is so good, you guys. Okay, so the next one's everything else is jazz. I picked this up because I did not own it, and this is Live or Die 2, Fly or Die 2 by Jamie Branch. We just lost Jamie Branch a couple of weeks ago. Very, very sad. She is a trumpeter, electronic artist who also plays the trumpet. She does a little bit of vocals on here. This is my favorite album of hers, and probably my favorite on the International Anthem record label. I was missing this. I had all of our other records. I think it just came back into print. What a absolutely terrific talent she was, and sorely going to be missed. This is just, it's electronic, but she's got a full band, and she plays a ton of trumpet on here. She also does some vocals. I highly, highly recommend people who are into jazz, check out Jamie Branch. She was an amazing talent. Very, very cool. Oh. I don't think I showed this. I've actually had this while. I think this was actually an August find, but I don't know if I showed it. I might have shown it. This is Bird in Paris. Sam Records, flipback covers, absolutely gorgeous. This is a wonderful record. I am a huge Bird fan. This is, I got Donald Byrd, Bobby Jaspar, Walter Davis, Dud Watkins, Art Taylor. Yeah, absolutely fantastic. This is a terrific Donald Byrd record. You guys, if you're a jazz fan, go and find this. It's wonderful. Next up, I got another one of my Prestige pre-orders came in. This is Mobley's Second Message. Gorgeous cover. Great artwork. This is Mobley's Second Message with Hank Mobley, Kenny Dorham, who I love, Walter Bishop, Dud Watkins, and Art Taylor. Really, really cool stuff. I've been playing this a lot, actually, this week. And nope, not last. More International Anthem. One of the stars of, probably the star, the most popular artist on International Anthem is a guy named Makaya McCraven, who I think is the hottest thing going in jazz right now. He is absolutely spectacular. He describes himself as a beat scientist. He is a drummer, and he surrounds himself with ensembles that are just outrageous. They're so damn good. These musicians are spectacular. He's from Chicago, I believe, and he's based out of Chicago. He may even be from Chicago. I've seen him, I've probably seen him live 5 or 6 times now, at least. I cannot wait to see him on this. This is a little more out there. He's got a bigger ensemble with him this time, but really, really, really cool jazz. Just current, it's nice to hear jazz artists that, aren't dead. And he is definitely alive, and fantastic record. Jeez, you guys. I'm dying. And last but not least, I got Blue Train. I've never owned this record. It's great. I got the stereo version. It's got a beautiful little booklet in here. I'm not gonna show it to you because there's been 1,000 videos done on it. So yeah, I got the stereo version. It's gorgeous. It's absolutely gorgeous. I love it. love, love, love it. Lee Morgan, Curtis Fuller, Coltrane, Kenny Drew. I love Kenny Drew too. Paul Chambers and Philly Joe Jones. Absolute masterpiece. One of the great jazz records of all time. It sounds spectacular. Tone Poet continues to knock it out of the park. And that is it. Goodbye. I'm going to cough.